Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Stacia. So today we're going to be picking up basically with part 2 of our magical episode. We had to split it off into 2 parts because it ended up getting a little bit long when it came time to edit it. And I didn't want it to be over 50 minutes. I try to keep them close to 30, but that generally doesn't happen because in my head I think, well, I can get all this done in one episode, but it ended up not being able to. So we did split it off into 2 parts, so we're picking back up right where we left off. But since we need Skystone, we are actually going to have to go out and just find... Oh, we actually have a Mesa right over here next to our base. I know there's one on the server that people have been using for farming up their terracotta, but we're actually really far from it. Oh, somebody's been over here too. Oh, I see something on the map that looks strange. How much you want to bet that's a base? Oh. Yep, that's somebody's base is here. Looks like the start of a base. Here. Yeah. And here's their... I'm going to take their waystone. Yeah, so we have a neighbor. So we probably don't want to dig into this mesa too much. I'm going to try to not mess with it. And we're going to just keep on going. Oh, and it looks like the mesa continues on. So if we want to dig up a mesa, it looks like there's a lot of mesa to be had. Because we'll be pretty far out from their base, I imagine. Especially if we were to dig on the other side of the mountain. Though, I don't mind just... You know, I've had plenty of clay just from mining. And soon enough, we'll be able to make a clayconia. Oh, and there is a meteor over here. Oh my gosh. We do have a meteor. I wonder if I should keep kind of digging around. Scriber logic press. Okay, we'll take that. Unknown technology. And we have plenty of skystone at this point. Oh, is this the new... This is the new basalts. I had been told to keep an eye out for it, because I heard it was pretty cool. That is pretty neat. I knew the basalts rods looked quite a bit different. Haha. But yeah, this mesa is massive. So if we need terracotta, like in a bad way or something, this is a pretty easy place to get a lot of it, I think. And since it is night, we should be able to craft up our thingamabob, our crystal sword, to make our dagger. There we go. Yeah, we got quite a bit of starlight here. Not as much as I was expecting, but then again, it's only Y69, so if we go upwards, we're going to get better starlight. But I'll have to test around, because not like this one, even though it's pretty bright as far as like a starlight field, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's better than that one. There's a lot of variables there, so... And there is the scanner mod, so we could probably get our meteorites that way as well. And we're going to need a little bit of aluminum glass. We've got that on hand, though. There is our sacrificial knife. And now we can begin stabbing ourselves to add in blood. There we go. And if we take a look, we have 2,700 millibuckets. Oh, I meant to click the egg, not the... And that was a lot of levels I just lost, so there's that. Not that worried about it, because my furnace is like a super experience generator. Okay, so the blood orb is a diamond with 2,000 life points. We do have enough at the moment. So let me just grab that. And that way we can go ahead and get our blood orb. Hellfire Forge. The pity machine frame. Okay, I should be able to get that crafted up real quick. Okay, so there's our mana weave. And the rest of it's all pretty simple for the pity machine frame. So there is our pity machine frame. And then we need a gold gear for the Hellfire Forge. There is our Hellfire Forge. Okay. So we'll just set this up right there. And there is our blood orb. We're going to go ahead and just right click that to save it to us. And I guess for now we'll just store it in there. We have 200 life points out of 4,000 in our network at present. That's kind of cool that it shows that now. I do like that quite a bit. The blank runes are blank slates, which take living rock. And 1,229 life points per blank slate. But at least they're just one blank slate per. So this actually isn't too bad. Let me pull out the blood orb real quick. Is there any really easy way for healing in this pack? Like a constant healing. I mean, we could go up through botania. We could get into some alchemy. Well, actually, I tell you what. This, one of the easiest ways to do it is miniature red hearts. So we damage ourselves down, then we eat a miniature red heart. And it's going to heal us back up. And then we damage ourselves down. This is a good use for these. I'm not sure what it takes to make the heart canisters. Okay, actually default recipe. So that's not too bad. But we can start really getting our initial blank slates. It's not all that expensive, truth be told. Oh, and they actually craft very quick. Which basically means that the recipe was... the speed of it is turned up, so it drains the life points very, very quick. In some cases that can be kind of bad, but I think in the case of at least blank slates, that's not bad at all. And we should be able to pretty easily move up to automatic blood altar because of the fact that we have silk touch spawners. May not be the fastest thing in the world, but it'll do for a bit. But let's pull up our blank slate or our blank runes and just that. Okay, I've got plenty. Smooth stone here. Let's go ahead. There is 8 of those. So that's going to complete that quest, and basically we can now move into a tier 2 altar. And apparently it thinks we already have an apprentice blood orb, which we do not. Which takes a block of redstone. It's fine. Let me just put all this into our blood network, because then I'm going to move this. Move it up. And so now this is, if we give it a second, it should update to a tier 2. There we go. And now for the next tier, we're going to have to get glowstone, and they want us to get 10 runes of self-sacrifice, 10 blank runes, and 4 glowstone. And of course they want us to get self-sacrifice, and I'm wanting to move away from self-sacrifice. Yeah, it's not really a big deal. I got to make 20 blank slates and then 10 reinforced slates for this quest. But that's fine, because we can stick with self-sacrifice for a little bit until we can get into maybe some rituals and then just fully automate blood magic. Self-sacrifice isn't too bad, realistically. We could do the incense altar. It's kind of like whatever, because by the time we set one up, we'll be past it. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm already tired of self-sacrifice. I made 20 blank slates, and I was like, oh, okay, that's enough of that. We're going to pop over. That's my spider spawner. I don't want the cave spiders right now, but what I do want is a while back we came across a zombie spawner. I've just got to remember what I did with it. I don't actually think it's up here. I think it's back down. I was wandering around in tunnels whenever I found it, so, and I did not mark it. Made a little bit of a mistake there, but I actually think it's down this tunnel here. I need to come back down here and clean up all the ores that are just loose all over the place here. And there's our regular spider spawner. I might as well go ahead and take that one while I'm down here. And honestly, that one would do. There's a zombie spawner. Not the one that I was looking for, but that is one. Of course, that zombie had to go and grab it. There we go. I guess I could make a light source here, so it's a little bit easier to see. There we go. And what's in this chest? We have a crescendo of bolts from Apotheosis. Once I get over to it. And I'll take the obsidian in the bucket also. And by the way, we can do the the specialty books now with Apotheosis, now that we have ample blaze rods. So I'll probably do most of my enchanting that way. Like if I want a sword enchant, of course I lost all my XP, so I got to get it back. But we can do like Tome of Weaponry and just get weapon enchants. And that's probably what I'm going to do for enchanting moving forward, since we do have blaze rods now. Okay, but I got what I came for, which is a zombie spawner. I tend to like zombies because they're pretty easy to control without needing too much, you know, kind of in place to keep them under control. Now, as far as our blood magic stuff, because what we're going to be setting up today, we're going to kind of just keep as kind of a permanent thing. So I think... let's look at the layout that we've got here. I was kind of thinking over here would be my magic stuff, because most of our builds are going to be like tech related, so it'll be like down in here, but maybe just kind of have magic off on this island. So maybe go over here to do our blood magic. And we'll say that like right in here is probably good. And let me make sure that we get this claimed. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up our spawner. It's going to be, I guess, just ground level for now. Because that is one thing we're going to have to adjust. The placement well, not really the placement of the spawner, but more so the placement of, let me put a light on that. More so the placement of the altar, because starting out, we're going to come out we're going to go 5 blocks out. And just build a little room for our zombies to hang out in. Because initially, starting out, we're going to have the altar be underneath it, and then later on we're going to change and have the altar above it. I mean, that's because initially we're going to just want the mobs to fall down, and then that way we can just kill them with our dagger. Dr. Loboff the Lame. Oh my gosh. Gonna have to upgrade our sword soon. We need more damage. Magic protection, gloom, and Loboff's reinforced ironclad, rusty hauberk, reach 3, blast protection 3, vitality 3, nature's mend. Okay, so we're just gonna build out a big stone box. This will eventually be covered up. We won't be able to see it, so we probably won't worry too much about it, because it's gonna be completely hidden in due time. What we could do is let's pull up these blocks and basically just be a lot more accessible to us. We put that down right there, and that way the zombies should come to us once they start spawning. Now what I want to do is let's pull this back up, and let's open up spawner. This is the Apotheosis editions. So I'd like to add some power to our spawner, because default spawner is not going to be fast enough. Later on we'll get prismarine crystals, but right now we don't want to increase spawn range. Or actually, we'll probably just go for the nether star before long. I think we should be able to kill the wither without too much issue if we set up for it. But I think I want to go for spawn delay. So we're going to need lots of sugar. At least minimum spawn delay. Clocks would be nice too, but I can't go too crazy due to just not having a ton of gold. I mean, I don't have a ton of gas tiers. I don't have an absolute ton of spider eyes. So I'll probably just go with like spawn delay stuff, and just that way they spawn a bit faster. We will have to upgrade it a bit probably before we push too far into blood magic, but this is going to help us quite a bit initially. So what we're going to do is we're going to place clocks into this and just start upgrading our spawner, and we're going to go ahead and start applying a whole bunch of sugar. Yeah, now we're spawning fast. Might be a little bit of a battle to get everything kind of situated here. Yeah. I need to break the light in the middle, please. Aha! We have zombies! We got lots of zombies. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to build this out. Just bear in mind this ugly thing that I'm creating here is kind of temporary. The spawner will stay, but everything else will get changed out. So we got a nice dark space, and we got to craft up ourselves a dagger of sacrifice. So what does it take to make the dagger of sacrifice? Oh, it's just an iron sword and a tier 2 blood altar. Alright, so we're going to have to use our dagger of sacrifice for just a moment here. But we got 2,000 millibuckets. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in. I didn't bring my hearts, but it's okay because we're not going to need them anymore at this point. There we go. Okay, so now at this point, it's going to get a little noisy. I need to probably block that off, but this thing is going to kill the mobs instantly. So it's not too big of a deal, and we're starting to get a lot of life essence. Very, very easily. And then I can just do that and pull all the items in. Well, I think they're caught on the other side of the blood altar. That's okay. Anyways, this is filled up. No use wasting, I guess. I'll go ahead and just toss that in. Get this running, and we'll give it just a second. I don't want to have to stab myself. But I can kind of, at this point, I can kind of just make the sacrifice rune, or self-sacrifice runes at my leisure. Even the baby zombie can't get over here. It's strange. And we kind of got an XP farm now, so that's cool. It's just pouring out zombies, and we're not even running at maximum speed. It's great. Alright, and I'm going to need 10 of the reinforced slates. Though I might just go ahead and go for 20, maybe even 30. I'd like to make at least like 20, honestly, well, I guess 28 sacrifice runes. So may go ahead and knock out the quest as well, and then make the blank runes. So I'll need, what does it take to make the sacrifice runes, by the way? Because they might be expensive. No, it's gold, but that doesn't mean I'm going to have to mine gold. Just a little bit. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get, I'm going to go ahead and go for the full thing. So we've got 20 blank slates here, which will craft the 20 runes that need to go around this. I'm also going to go ahead and get 28 reinforced slates for making runes of sacrifice. Well, no, I feel like speed runes too would be good. That's just blank slates. I think we're going to go 8 speed runes, 20 sacrifice runes. Okay, I got the 20 reinforced slates, and we got 21 blank slates. So we're gonna go ahead and I need a block of redstone to get the thingamajig, the orb. So we're gonna pop over and get that just really quick. At this point, we really don't have to worry about how much blood essence stuff takes because we could generate it like crazy fast once our zombies kind of pile up here. I do need to set up item collection over there because it's a lot of good items. Fertile essence and things. Basically leather aplenty. But we are going to be setting this up kind of automatic. Probably next episode. We're probably going to go ahead and push on with blood magic because we could, realistically, we could get up to like an automatic altar. And I'm going to say potentially even go up to tier 5. I don't know if it's just Nether Star. There we go. This thing crafts super slow. There we go. There's our apprentice blood orb. And I guess we could just toss it in there. Make use of that speed upgrade that we've got in there. Oh, we're back up to level 30. Between this XP farm and the other, I don't think XP is going to matter too much to us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves 20 blank slates. Or blank runes, I mean. And there's that task completed. And then I want to go ahead and make 20 runes of sacrifice. Or what's self-sacrifice? Self-sacrifice glowstone. Okay. I'm going to have to go mine up some gold, though. Okay, there's a stack and 2. And I just got to think, I did have a request actually just about an hour ago about showing off some of my mining. So I'm just going to quickly show you. It's really not that exciting, though, I promise. Like, we're going to do this. We're going to hold it for a minute and let it just annihilate stuff. And then we just kind of walk down this corridor and just vein mine everything that we want. And I mean, this is like literally what it's like. At some point, I'll come back through and clean up the ores. I've done that in some of the tunnels. But it's just kind of not all that big of a rush for us. And then if we run into a bunch of gravel, we just vein mine that out. And I guess that's as far as I... Oh, that's as far as I mine because I hit all that gravel and dirt in that case. But usually it goes a lot farther. So we'll do one more. So you can kind of see. We just hold that and just let it go for a while. Grab all that. And of course, it goes into here. And set this back to excavate. No shape. And then just kind of walk down the corridor and grab the gold and the... Grabbing the gold and the diamonds is really all I'm doing. And, yeah, it's not terribly exciting. It's not as exciting as vanilla mining. That's why I'm really not a huge fan of excavate, or mine, or vein mine, any of that kind of stuff. Especially not shaped mine. It's so OP. But, yeah, and that's pretty much how it goes. And you can see I've got a stack and a half, 20 diamonds, bit of fluorite. Sometimes I mine for a little bit longer, more paths and stuff like that, but it is fairly easy. Okay, so there's 40 gold ingots. I got both these running in it. Actually sounds magical at the moment. Like double crushers going. But anyways, there is our 20 runes of sacrifice. It would be awesome if those would count for the quest, but they do not. Bah. And runes of speed were 2 more blank slates. Okay. So I basically need like 30 or 26 more blank slates and 10 more reinforced slates to make the runes of self-sacrifice. It's funny because these zombies, like if you watch them, they'll equip up. Well, that one didn't walk over the armor, but they'll like really gear up real quick. Yeah, look at them gearing up there, and it doesn't help them. Alright, we have our 10 reinforced slates, and I'm getting like just tons of zombie junk. And probably we'll end up setting this up maybe for infinite leather or something like that as well. Be kind of nice. Okay, so now we're ready to just kind of go through and fully upgrade our stuff. Alright, so we're going to get ourselves 10 blank runes. And we're going to go ahead and just upgrade these into self-sacrifice. Just to finish out the quest. So there's that. And then I need to go open this up real quick. So we just got to find the middle-ish. Ah! Are there be items here? The best way to do this, probably... Open up a little space here. I'm going to grab these 8 blank runes. And let's go ahead and get ourselves 8 speed runes. Because we're going to want these. And we'll just place all this back. There we go. Now we should be back up to a tier 2 once it updates. And then we just have to place out our runes of sacrifice. And we need to place out glowstone. So I am going to... let me just lure these over here. Okay, and for the tier 2, we're going to come out by 1 and down by 2, or like a 1 block space between it. And let's go ahead. It's going to come basically 1 past where the speed runes are. So we'll go ahead and just dig this out. Then we're going to come in right here. And right here. And then right here. And on the corner bits, we're going to bring up just any kind of block. I'm going to do like andesite. And we're going to come up like 2 blocks and put glowstone. And then we'll do the same thing. 2, 4, 5. Go up 2 blocks, put glowstone. I'm going to have to cover that, of course, for the spawner. Okay, so now I need to block off. Let me get dirt for that. We're going to block that off for now. And we're going to block off that for now. And if we take a look here, it should say tier 3. It does. That's good. And our mob sacrifices are going to be worth a whole lot more now, which will be good for us. And let me go ahead. Let me break off that, because these do take a minute to break off. And what we're going to do is just kind of block this off. And I'm putting blocks fully around it, and that's really just so that mobs don't spawn inside of it, or in kind of awkward places. Probably do it, well, they should make their way over, because they'll be able to see me. And then we'll just place that in there. And now it should be dark inside again. And mobs should be able to spawn again. So what I'm going to do, that's good for now. We're up to a tier 3 altar. And then next episode, we're going to go ahead and push it up, I think, to a tier 4, possibly 5. We may do some wither spawning and kill some withers to get ourselves our beacons. But yeah, so next episode, we'll push on to the tier 4, possibly the tier 5. We'll see if there's anything that really holds us back. We'll get into some alchemical reaction. We'll get a lava crystal, I believe, because I think there's something that we're going to need that for. The activation crystal. We'll get the ritual diviner. We'll probably go ahead and get the living armor because it's easy enough to do. And we're going to start getting into some wheel as well. And we will get blood automated. So we'll probably finish out pretty much all the blood magic quests come next episode. This is going to be pretty much a short magic mod to just go ahead and bust down. And that way we'll kind of have it unlocked, have it there. A lot of the features of blood magic are removed in this version, so there's really not a ton that we'll be doing with it. In truth, I mean, you'll notice that what all's here is a lot smaller. There is some new features, though, that we'll get to cover. And there's a few sigils here. I don't know. Air sigil would be pretty useful once we get blood automated. Blood lamp, not so much. Lava sigil, maybe. But yeah, we'll start getting into a bit of that stuff come next episode. Is this going to be used for anything within this pack? I don't know. Like the old alchemy system. We could duplicate fluorite. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we might use it some for certain things. We'll just have to wait and see. But I know we'll be using the alchemical reaction chamber quite a bit. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.